If you want to check out the newest addition to the Dior Backstage collection, the Face Glow palette in 002 Glitz, then please keep on watching. Hello my friends, if it's your first time here, thank you so much for clicking. My name is Alicia and Kinky Sweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I'm a fitness professional who loves beauty, and here on my channel you'll find movement tutorials, makeup, product reviews, hair product reviews. I know I haven't done this in a while, but please forgive me. I'll try to be better this summer. Thank you so much. If you want to check out my movement adventures, you can find those on Instagram as well as my website, where you'll find my class schedule, any workshop details or pop-up events that might be coming up. Who knows? The review starts here in case you just wanted to jump over, as well as the rest of the timestamps that you'll find down below. I recently just came back from my refer trip in Toronto, and guess who I finally met? Michelle Wong is like the best, and I know for those who subscribe to her and follow her that her genuine and authentic personality just pulls through the screen, and I knew she was gonna be like the same person when I met her, and I was right. We hit it off well, we talked the entire time. She felt like the long lost friend I finally met, and her dynamic is just so cool. She's just easy breezy, like no fuss, no muss. Her style is amazing, her personality is incredibly chill, and she's just easy to be with, right? Easy to hang out with and all that stuff. She loves food just like me, and we went to the Sephora just to browse around. I mean, it was a little crazy that day because it was Saturday. It was such a blast hanging out with her and the refer team, of course. Their Kickstarter is launching on June 10th, where they will be selling sets of their refer brushes. I'm gonna go into more detail on another video, because on around June 10th, I will film a video breaking down what they will call their core set. They will have, I believe, 15 brushes in that collection, and I have all of them. We'll go over each of them, what they're meant to do, and all that fun stuff, so keep an eye out for that video. And Michelle and I might be doing a collab, so keep an eye out for that as well. If you're wondering what I have on, I have the newest addition to the face palette collection, the Natasha Denona Tan palette. I just buffed this on with my big refer number 6, and it is just like the best. Do I not look freaking tan? I look freaking tan. I know we're all here for the newest addition to the Dior Backstage collection, the Glow Face Palette in 002 Glitz. I didn't want to buy this. Let me tell you what happened. First of all, I found myself in the World Trade Center Mall because my friend was having an art show. I wanted to go support her, so for some reason the train dropped me off inside the mall. It happens. As I was exiting and trying to find my way, Google Maps, 3 World Trade Center, where is that? And there yonder I see big neon letters that spelled out Dior. But it wasn't closed. It was a strictly makeup boutique Dior store, and I was like, maybe they have the 002, because I don't think this is going to release online until June. I'll put on the correct date up next to me, because I have to check out Trend Moods page just to kind of see what the deal is with that. Waltzed in and I was like, do you have the new Face Glow palette? And she was like, uh-huh. I was like, oh my god. I'm happy to say that I'm within my ad revenue makeup budget. I went a little while, but I was still within budget, so we're okay, because alongside the Glow palette, I also picked up their, oh my gosh, the Dior Skin Nude Luminizer Blush. This right here is just devastatingly beautiful. It does have a little bit of a fragrance, which I was like, why? It's not overwhelming, like it's not Guerlain terracotta overwhelming, you know what I mean? It dissipates, but it just gives you the most beautiful pink flush. And I also picked up the Dior Skin Mineral Nude Bronze in Wild Earth. Mel also had this in her most recent Get Ready With Me. She had 01 and I picked up 02. This bronzer is also insanely gorgeous, so you know what, I'm actually going to swatch those items alongside the Glitz palette. I'm not going to focus too much on them because I know we're here for the highlighters. We'll also get into some comparison swatches. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm palettes on standby, just in case if you were wondering how those compare. If you are in New York, this palette is right now only sold in that store in World Trade Center. It is not sold in the other Dior boutiques across the city, the ones that sell clothes as well. You'll only be able to get it, because I called to confirm this, so if they're telling me the wrong information, I'm sorry in advance, that you can only get this in the Dior boutique downtown. You might also be able to get it in Vegas. I have to text Michelle so she can get it too. There's a Dior makeup boutique in Vegas as well as California. Whatever Dior boutique retail store that just sells the makeup it will be there. I don't think that applies to counters, so it has to be the actual store if I'm understanding all this correctly. So I'm on the Dior.com website, and just make sure you click on makeup, then you click on Dior Backstage. Complexion, it says it's temporarily unavailable, but you do have a find a boutique link, so if you're able to type in your zip code, maybe you could find what's happening there. Dior has created its first professional makeup line, a collection of makeup artist essentials inspired by the energy backstage at the runway. Okay. The Glow Face Palette is Dior makeup artist's secret for adding instant radiance to any look, from a natural healthy glow to an intense luminosity. This new harmony of 4 original shades suits every style and skin tone. A delicately shimmering peach, a bronze with holographic accents. Holographic accents, I didn't pick that up. I have to look again. A gold, and a pearly white with maxi glitter. That's what they call it, because I was seeing the glitter. If you saw my swatches in the Natasha Denona palette, I gave you a little sneak peek. The glitters were there, but I liked them. They weren't like chunky. They sat well on the skin. Formula: the Glow Face Palette's ultra fine textures are concentrated in pearlescent pigments to build up the desired intensity, from a discreet glow to a flash of radiance. I do agree, that's what I have been experiencing while using this palette. Dior Backstage Face Palette suits all skin tones. Okay, we went over that already. Inspiration: this palette is a new interpretation of glow. It is both more spectacular, still as easy to wear as ever, with its subtle textures and extra fine formula, explains Peter Phillips, the creative and image director for Dior makeup. All right, Peter, you just can't read. Hello? I've been using this palette, and I can tell you right now, it is outstanding. And I will say the difference between the first palette, which I have here as well, is not so much only the color story, but the fact that the new 002 Glitz have what they call maxi glitter. So here they are side by side. This is the original Glow Face palette in 001 Universal, and here we have the new one in 002 Glitz. Price of this palette is $45, which is expensive, but because it's Dior Backstage and the packaging is not as luxe, it's a little cheaper, but you're still gonna get a phenomenal product. Formula, you know what I mean? Weighing in at 10 grams or 0.35 ounces of product. Here we have a 12-month suggested shelf life, as well as, do we have a made in Italy. Here we have it again, up close and personal. You see it's very much like all Backstage packaging. Clear lid with the silver detailing around the border, as well as the lettering. I love this type of packaging. I think it is ideal for travel, but as they mentioned in their description, that it is designed inspired by makeup artists Backstage. If you're Backstage as a makeup artist and you need to find something fast, you're not going to be able to find it if the lid is like this. You have to turn it around, read the label, and figure it out. What does that mean? Luminizer blush, what? You could just see it here. You're like, okay, that's what that looks like. That's what you're going to get. Just so you see, here is their amber eyeshadow palette. Is packaged in the same way, as well as their other eyeshadow palettes, their lip palette, and a couple of other, their contour palette, their eyebrow palette. So let's get into these swatches. Yes, first up we have Glitter Strobe Gold. Here you go. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful that is. So again, you will have glitter in this pan as well as the pinkier one. It is so... You'll just see when I apply it on my face how lightweight it is. The glitter does not feel chunky. It does not get all over. It behaves. Glitter Strobe Pink Gold. Here we are. Oh my goodness. I'm going to cut down the exposure a little bit because I feel like this is a little too hot so you can see the color better. So there it is. Just look how shiny that is. Very smooth. Again, it's lightweight, and it really provides that veil of shine over these next two shades. Peach. Oh my god. Peach is insanely beautiful. Look at that color. It is so smooth. So you do see a texture difference between the more glittery topper highlighter shades and this one here. I love peach. Peach is just insanely beautiful. I can't get over it. Here we have bronze. It is the same name as the one as in 001, but it's totally different. It's a little lighter. I'm trying to find that. Oh, I see it. I see what they mean. I think they mean iridescent and not so much holographic. I think holographic is stretching it a little bit, but there is a touch of a pink flip. I know it's hard to see. Maybe I'll turn up the exposure a little bit so you can pick it up. Maybe not. But in person, you see that there's like a little bit of a pink shift. Why am I so gray? Hello, you're killing me, clouds. Now go into the Universal palette. Here we have white. So clearly a lot more icy than the ones you find in Glitz. Here we have gold, which will probably match up a little better. Yep, definitely. This is a blush, but it's still a highlight shade. Very cool pink compared to even like the pink gold highlighter shade from Glitz. And lastly, we have, well, this is actually named blush bronze. So the other one was just bronze. This is blush bronze. And you see you got a little more depth from the one in the Universal 001 palette. So here are all the swatches from both Glitz and Universal. If you want to quickly check out how these compare to the Charlotte highlighters, why not? Let's take a look. I have both Lightgasm and Lovegasm on standby. Come on, arm dry, I need you. Here we have the highlighter shade from Lightgasm, highlighter shade from Lovegasm. Going back into Glitz, let's see what we have here. Let's do the gold next to light. Oh, that's kind of like, let me see here. It actually appears a touch more gold, whereas the one from Lightgasm is hard to see on camera right now because it's reading so cool. But the highlighter shade from Lightgasm, it has a slight pink flip from the gold. Let's go in with the pink gold. Still, even though this is more pinky, I feel this is definitely more pinky, whereas the Lightgasm shade clearly looks a little more champagne gold. I mean, the one from Lovegasm looks a lot more peachy, so why not? Let's swatch that next to this. A little warmer, yeah? But they have a very similar undertone. This is clearly a lighter shade, but they both have a peachy undertone. I know you're dying to see this on the face, so why don't you come in a little closer? That's enough. Let's bring in a little more light, shall we? Oh, that's better. I don't have anything on my cheekbones. I'm really excited so you guys can finally see this in action. What do I want to do first? So, you know what? I'm actually going to apply peach first. Let's apply peach first. Grabbing my Refer fan brush prototype. So they're redesigning the handles. This is a prototype brush that they've been handing out to makeup artists and everyone to try out. This is gonna be so pretty. Just right here on these cheekbones, man. You see what I'm saying? Immediately, it just has this radiant brightening effect. It doesn't have the same type of shimmer the highlighters you'll find in the Glowgasm palettes from Charlotte. It's just like a bright satin. It's the texture is just beyond smooth. I love this highlighter. I can't get over it. I don't know what it is. It's just so gorgeous. Before I was gonna layer the maxi glitter shades on top of the peach and the bronze, but I think I kind of want to do this on its own just so you can see the texture on its own. Let me grab my other fan brush. Hold on. Ugh. Taking my Sonergy Fan Pro in with the Glitter Strobe Gold high on those cheekbones. So it's definitely more gold, but you see that shine? You see that shine? Keep in mind, because it has the glitters in here, it's going to be a touch drier than I feel the peach and the bronze shade. Not that that's bad, because the formula is still beautiful. I think if you fear encountering dryness, that you will spritz your face first and then apply these shades. But man, oh man, it's so pretty. I'm actually going to now go in with the pink gold shade on top of the just regular peach. See how that bumped it up? So pretty. Oh my goodness, just look at that. It's insane. I freaking love this highlighter palette. I love it. Quickly, my skin type, right now I want to say normal. It was more dry during the winter time, but with the season change and all, I would say that some days I'm still normal to dry, because with the AC now popping off, it's gonna affect my skin texture. You know what I mean? Look at that. Look at that. The light just like bounces right off. I have my face halo on standby. I quickly just want to do a little wipey wipe on this side. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but we're gonna make it happen. Let's try the bronze shade. And even just looking at the pan, you see like the duochrome pink particles in here. So there's something going on. I wouldn't call it holographic. I would still call it iridescent because everyone throws around that word holographic and I don't know what it means. Taking the same Refer fan brush. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, so when you apply on the cheeks, it will appear more pink. Hold on. I don't know if you can see that. I cut down the exposure. I know I'm a little dark right now, but when you see it in the pan, you wonder if it's going to apply bronze, but it actually applies a little pink. Do you see that pink reflect on the skin a little bit? I know it's hard to see, but that's what's happening. So it's a little dark from my cheekbone. I think this might be more appropriate near and around my actual cheeks. But what I'm gonna do, let's give ourselves a little spritz. So I'm going with my MAC Blush. It'll help if it was open. Before it dries down, let's quickly with my Sonia G Face Pro with the glitter glitzy shade, just pop that right on top. Oh my god, that's, look at that shine. Look at that freaking shine. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. If you want to see how the other side looks, I'm going to quickly spritz again just so it's damp again. You're so loud, truck. Stop it. All right, it's a little damp. Let's go in with the pinky gold shade. Just pop it right on top. Oh, I'm telling you, man, despite the glitters in here, do not fear. It does not add texture. I don't. It doesn't add texture to my skin. I know when it comes to glitter types of formulas and highlighters, it's hit or miss depending on your skin texture. I do find, despite the glitters in here, that it still applies smooth. And to be safe, I will definitely mist first and then apply the glitter types of finishes after. So, okay, I know this is mainly about the face palette, but if you want to quickly see the Luminizer blush, this right here, look at that shade. It is so beautiful, but just you wait how you see it applying my cheeks. This is another one of their prototype brushes, the stippling brush. I like to use these dual fiber types of brushes with these like light washes of color. Who looks beautifully sun-kissed right now? This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. Let me pull you out a little bit. I know a little too close. I know, just so you can see the wider picture. Isn't that gorgeous? But again, it's shimmery. It clearly has shimmer in it. But dare I say, is more satin for sure. It does not apply textured on my cheekbones at all. Or cheekbones, wrong part of my face, cheeks, hello. You see here, there's a little shimmer just because of the highlighter residue that we got going on. But even here, it doesn't look chunky or cakey at all on my skin. Like, it's amazing. And because the bronze shade here has a little bit of that pink flip, I'm gonna take my fan brush again, apply it over, I forgot what side I applied this on, oh my god. Apply it over the Luminizer blush. See that? It gave it a little more pop, just a little bit. This is such a cool shade, clearly, because the blush bronze in Universal 2 is gonna add a little more depth. I don't think it's gonna have the same effect. Like, if I just add it here, see how it darkened it up a little bit? It doesn't have the same effect. Like, this, I feel, is more of a bronze highlight. Look a little dirty there, sorry. Whereas this is actually like a pink highlight. All right. We got collateral damage here. Just gonna make sure I sweep that in. Dare I say, you could apply these with your fingers. I don't know. Why don't we take a... Oh, you totally can. Like, once you finish applying the main highlighters on your cheekbones, you can just go in lightly with the finger. Any of those more glittery topper shades. I hate using the word glittery because I feel like it scares people away, but they are more glitterily. These shades mesh so well together. Like, oh, look at that. So pretty. Quickly, if you want to take a look at the bronzer shade. Hello, bronzer, where'd you go? This is in 02. So again, back to the whole luxury line, creating deeper shades. This is not gonna show up if I feel I'm NC 42, pushing it at NC like 45. This has a lot more depth than that bronzer shade from Dior. I mean, what I would use this for, if you are thinking about getting this and you're in around my skin tone, this will serve as like that wash of bronze if you want to use it to buff out another bronze shade that shows up deeper on you. I'm going to take my Refer number 6 again and just do like a general zhuzh around to top everything off, because on its own, and especially if I get tan, like this is probably not going to show up a lot. But what does it look like with all that makeup on your face? Well, going with my number 6 in with the 02, and I apply this in layers because it's so lightweight. It does not apply texture, so I could build up the saturation. I go in like 3 or 2 times on my forehead, on my cheeks again, and the tone of this bronzer is immaculate, and I just love how it builds on my skin tone. And if you want, I go in my 05. You could take a smaller brush, pat it down. It doesn't look cakey at all. It just melts into your skin, and I take the stippling brush to kind of just apply it as a blush like the Natasha Denona palette. And man, oh man, that bronzing tone is heavenly gorgeous. Here is the Dior swatch, followed by the Hula Caramel, the Fenty Beijing Gyal, Fenty Island Ting, and then lastly Fenty Caramel Cutie. And I do feel the Dior is a mixture between either Hula Caramel Beijing Gyal or Beijing Gyal and Island Ting. You're like, why did you get it, Alicia? Because it's beautiful. Leave me alone. This does have fragrance to it as well, in addition to the Luminizer Blush, but there is no fragrance in the Glow palette because I think is, again, more pro, so they're not going to put fragrance in those products. Give myself a put a little lip gloss on just to tie everything together. Good old for real. Can't go wrong. So here is the finished demo using the Glow Face palette in Glitz. The face palettes have been popping off, friends. I don't know what's going on. From the Glowgasm palettes, Charlotte Tilbury, to the freaking tan palette from Natasha, to this. I've been loving everything that I've been purchasing, and although they are expensive, this Glow palette is $45, but I feel it could hit a wide range of skin tones, because especially if you're a deep skin tone, this bronze shade is gonna be a beautiful like pink opalescent highlight on your cheekbones. And you could also use this to make it brighter in terms of shinier and glitzier on the cheekbones. We applied a crap ton of highlight on the face, friends, and looking up close in the mirror, it doesn't look textured at all. It just all melts together. But again, you have to use strategy. Make sure your skin type is appropriate. I feel you can get away with this type of formula if you are normal to dry. I would recommend that maybe you apply the highlighter right away on unsit foundation or concealer, or maybe you spritz your skin first and then apply the highlighter afterwards. I love that it's slim and lightweight. This just makes it so easy to travel, and I use all these shades. I combine them. If I want something less intense, then I'll rely on the peach. Hello, are you gonna open? If I want something less intense, then I rely on the peach shade. If I wanted to amp it up, then I'll apply either the gold or the peach gold. If I want just a pinky type of highlight, I'll go in with the bronze. This is an outstanding highlighter palette. I know it's $45. It is expensive. If you already have highlighters that you love and you love the 001 Universal, you are going to get a different finish in this palette. This does not have the glittery type of pop-off textures and finish the 002 has. So you have to kind of decide on that. If you have the Glowgasm palettes and you're like, Alicia, enough with the face palettes, I get it. Don't get the 002 Glitz, and especially even if you feel like, I'm sure the formula is amazing, but anything with glitter flecks in it, I'm just not cool with, then stay away and just stick with your Glowgasm palettes. Or even if you recently purchased the new Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Go palette that you could just use to super glow, because these textures are amazing as well. I mean, the super glow powder is basically a cream to powder formula, so this is really nice if you have this palette. Morgan Turner also reviewed the Tan palette. Check her out. She loves the formula, but I agree with her. If you're light, it could show up a little dirty because of the rosy undertone in here that I mentioned in that original video. I'm sorry I'm going off on a tangent. Forgive me. You know what happens on my videos. You could probably get away with the Tan palette if you are lighter than me. If you have the undertone that will help elevate the undertone in the Natasha palette. It all depends. You kind of have to experiment with it. It works on me because I feel I'm in that tan spectrum that I do think this is the most ideal shade for. If you're in and around my skin tone, a little lighter, a little deeper, then this is like bomb. And the Dior palette as well. I do think if you are light, you can get away with these shades because I don't think they'll show up deep. And if you are deep skin tone, this might be a little light on you. It might show up ashy despite its peachy undertone, but you'll have this shade to hold you down. It's not exactly bronze, but it does have like that pink flip that I think will look gorgeous on deeper skin tones. If you have the original 001, then this will definitely show up more as a highlight on deeper skin tones. This, you have a little more wider range of shades. If you're light, then the silver is going to be ideal for you. Medium to tan, the gold obviously will be ideal for you. The pink I don't use as often because it's a little icy, and that's why I much prefer the 002 because I could apply this shade on my cheeks now and it's not going to look icy. It's going to look smooth, warm, and pinky instead of just icy and pinky. I highly recommend this if it's in your budget. If you've been waiting to get it and you've been saving for it, you will not be disappointed. I absolutely love the new 002. Yes, the shades are similar. I think they're not because they have different finishes. These are like more satin and these are more glitzy and shiny and bright. I've been having a blast with my recently purchased face products, from the Glowgasm palettes to the Bronze and Glow to these new Dior palettes. I mean, the Luminizer blush, are you kidding me? And I caved. I did cave on something else. I did end up getting the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand. I didn't get the other ones. I just got this one because I thought this was the best color for me. This under the Luminizer blush? Are you kidding me? It's like when I'm super tan and I just want that flush of pink on my cheeks. Oh my god. Do you want to see a demo? I have a feeling that you do. I'm just gonna do that. And I already have a bunch of stuff on my face. This is the crazy thing. That just shows how beautifully formulated these textures are. I'm taking my Refer Stippling brush again, and I'm just pushing that into the skin. Now we got really glowy, man. I love it. I've been layering these products. I've been mixing and matching. Never have I felt so happy with facial products like this. I mean, I have my favorites for sure, and they're still in rotation. Like, I love my Fenty bronzer still, my Hoola Caramel, Glowgasm palettes, of course, but man, the Tan Bronze and Glow, and now this Dior face palette, it's just so much to handle. I love how I can rely on the Tan Bronze and Glow to just give me that bracket of warmth that it just looks so beautiful, and it also serves as a blush. And now the face glow palette, Glitz. Let me know down below if you live in and around the cities that have the face palette. Again, I think this is releasing in June. I'm not sure if it will release earlier in June online, but keep an eye out. If you are in New York City and you want to roll down to World Trade Center and just try it out in person, they're really great. They'll apply it on you. You can check it out with their studio mirrors and lights and all that stuff. If you're not crazy about it, let me know what your other favorites are. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another review or how-to. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. I'll put up the correct. Alicia, you are so not prepared. No, I don't want that. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hurry, hurry, you're running out of time. The sun's going down. Taking my hello, you're gonna focus on me? Start again. Let's start again. Let's start again. Hello. Hello. Excuse me. Hello. Are you gonna focus on me? Alright, now, okay. Everything is falling. You know what? Go in there. Go in your little box and stay there. The Luminizer blood. Blech. And these shades mash. Where the heck did I put it? I did end up getting the glowy. I got